This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Happy Tuesday, January 12th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. Thank you for joining us.
Well, Governor Steve Sisolak briefed the state yesterday on COVID-19 mitigation and vaccine efforts. The statewide pause that was put in place prior to the Thanksgiving holiday has been extended another 30 days. Sisolak also announced changes to the state's playbook and vaccination tiers.
Under the continued mitigation measures, businesses like bars, restaurants, gyms, and gaming operations must continue to operate at 25% capacity under strict social distancing measures. Like I've said many times, there is hope on the horizon with vaccines, but full-scale vaccination will not occur until further into the year. In the meantime, we're setting record highs for COVID-related deaths, and our healthcare workers continue to ask us all to help Nevadans. Notably, our team has recognized the importance of prioritizing our senior population who have been hit hard by this virus, and we are developing plans with partners to help with this vaccination effort. But I wanted to note right now, one notable change is that the top priority under general population is 70 years and older. Previously, it was 75 plus. Now it has been lowered to 70 years and above. Again, we have followed guidance from the CDC, while also ensuring that our distribution model meets the specific needs of the Silver State. Secondly, our primary goal to ensure that we don't let any doses go to waste. We want to maximize every dose that comes into the state and avoid expired or unused doses. So far, our local health districts who are vaccinating healthcare workers in the first tier have done a tremendous job to make sure they're using every dose once vials are defrosted, and we need to continue that going forward.
And to date, Nevada has received 170,400 doses of vaccine. 61,644 have been dispersed. This number includes 8,700 second doses that have been given. The vaccine is ordered 1 week in advance, which makes it difficult to determine exactly when certain populations would receive it. The state is moving away from the tiered approach to a lane approach. One lane for first responders, one lane for frontline workers, and another that will target vulnerable populations. If you would like to receive a COVID-19 vaccination, there is a survey that you can fill out. You will find that link to that survey on our local Pahrump Facebook page.
And Nye County deputies were called to a Pahrump home for a domestic disturbance. Now, a man and his wife are facing charges after deputies discover what they describe as deplorable living conditions inside that couple's home.
Angela Saveda is under arrest and facing 1 count of domestic battery. In addition, she and her husband, Terry Saveda, each face a charge of allowing the abuse, neglect, or endangerment of a child. They have 3 children living with them. The couple was arrested after Nye County deputies were called to their home for a domestic disturbance. Terry told deputies his wife had struck him several times with a closed fist and hit his hand with a knife sharpener. He went on to say he and Angela had engaged in verbal arguments in the last several days. According to the arrest report, Angela told deputies her husband was always degrading her, so she hit him. While inside the couple's home investigating the incident, deputies say they observed trash, dirt, debris, rotting food, and animal feces throughout the home, including the 2 children's bedrooms. In addition, officers say only one of the 2 bedrooms had a bed within the room. According to the arrest report, the children told deputies they sleep on the couch most of the time. In their report, deputies described conditions inside the home as beyond what could be fathomed as acceptable or habitable, and they said the deplorable living conditions the children were subjected to presented a clear opportunity of bodily or mental harm.
All right, don't grab that remote. News 25 will be right back with more local and national news.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Staples is once again trying to rival Office Depot. Ford is ending production in Brazil, and Croc stock soars after the company reports its best year ever.
Topping our news, stimulus payments are finally on the way for millions of Americans. H&R Block, TurboTax, and Jackson Hewitt are some of the companies admitting the payments sent out earlier went to closed or incorrect bank accounts by the IRS by mistake. Efforts are said to be underway to get those payments to the correct accounts. Staples is making another run to try and buy its rival Office Depot. This time, Staples is offering $2.1 billion. Back in 2015, Staples wanted to pay $6.3 billion. The government squashed the merger agreement because it would reduce competition. This time, Staples is willing to sell off its CompuCom unit to avoid antitrust issues. Ford is putting the brakes on vehicle production in Brazil. The automaker is restructuring its South American production. Crocs appears to be taking the right steps. The stock raced higher on Monday after the shoe retailer raised its outlook for the fourth quarter.
Thanks, Angela. Turning back now to local news for the latest from the Nye County courts. Here's Missy Kohler with your court report.
News 25 is following several cases appearing before both Justice Court and District Court this week. Although Justice Court is closed to the media and spectators, we have been able to stay in contact with the District Attorney's Office, and they have provided us updates on these cases. Appearing in Justice Court today is Kristen Pfaff. Pfaff has been arrested along with Keith Holman, who will appear in Justice Court tomorrow, for the alleged kidnapping of a woman who was reported missing in October. The pair were taken into custody in Henderson. The victim was held in a building in Pahrump that had bars on the windows and steel doors and barricades, along with cameras and motion detectors surrounding the property. The suspects would allegedly travel between Las Vegas and Pahrump, leaving the victim confined and with very little food. She was allegedly sexually assaulted and forced to perform manual labor. The victim was able to get a message on social media to her mother and describe where she was being held. Deputies searched the area and eventually found the address and the victim. William Butler will appear in Judge Wonker's courtroom on Friday for calendar call and pretrial motions. Butler was arrested along with James Bonetti in September of 2018. The arrest took place after a search warrant was served at an address on Union Pacific in Pahrump in reference to child pornography. The case involved a 14-year-old juvenile male who was allegedly sending nude photos of himself to Butler. Officers also found child pornography on a cell phone, as well as conversations between Bonetti and Butler that alluded to sexual encounters with the child. According to a press release received at the time of the arrest, this included requests for photos, video chatting, and photos of the child's genitals. Text messages were found inviting the child to their house for a sexual encounter with Butler, Bonetti, and another male. In an interview with the victim, police say he acknowledged that he was in a relationship with Butler and Bonetti, and he had had sex with both men inside the home. The child said he could not remember everything that happened to him because he was drunk at the time. Butler has been charged with possession of child pornography, promotion of sexual performance of a minor, use of a minor in producing pornography or subject of sexual portrayal in performance, preparing, advertising, or distributing materials depicting pornography involving a minor, sexual assault with a child under 16, 2 counts, lewdness with a child under 16, lewdness with a child under 14, using tech to lure a child, and statutory sexual seduction, all felonies. And Kenneth Caspio will also have time in court this week for pretrial business. Caspio was arrested in 2018 for kidnapping, sexual assault, child abuse, false imprisonment, and lewdness. A 17-year-old reported that Caspio had assaulted her at a party after he made advances and she asked him to stop. Caspio allegedly physically held the victim and would not allow her to leave. Caspio allegedly denied he had done anything wrong, and then he changed his story, saying that he was intoxicated and took things too far. According to the District Attorney's Office, there has been some effort in negotiating a resolution on this case. And that is your court report. I'm Missy Kohler.
Thanks so much, Missy. And we'll have more local news and all of the health news you need to get you through this pandemic. News 25 will be right back.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. Well, elderberry is becoming a natural remedy that's become very popular during the cold and flu season. But does it work? A recent study examines whether elderberry extract decreases severity and duration of the flu. Dr. Michael Mackin from Cleveland Clinic Children's led the research.
It actually didn't make any difference at all compared to placebo when you took all the patients who took elderberry and all the patients who took the placebo medication. Their illnesses lasted almost the identical length of time.
The study looks at 87 people ages 5 and up who went to the emergency department with flu. They took elderberry extract or placebo for 5 days. Some also took other prescription flu treatments. Results suggest elderberry had no significant advantages over placebo. People who received elderberry and no other flu treatment actually had moderate to severe symptoms 2 days longer on average than people taking only placebo. These results contradict previous studies, and Dr. Mackin says further research is needed. When it comes to the flu, prevention is key, and the best way to prevent influenza is a flu shot.
I think it's important to emphasize that right now we don't have anything to treat the flu that works wonderfully well. Even the 4 standard treatments that are available only make you feel better about 1 day sooner, and any medication also comes with some side effects. So I think it's important to try and prevent flu and get the flu vaccine.
It's recommended everyone 6 months and older get a flu shot each year. Complete results can be found in the Journal of General Internal Medicine.
Well, the Consumer Electronics Show, also known as CES, is underway now. And while this year's show is virtual, the focus is still the same to highlight the latest technology and innovation. We spoke with digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong, who shows us 3 of the hottest new products.
So a lot of great things are happening at CES, and I partnered with a few brands from home entertainment to laptops to smart kitchens to really show you some of the latest that's coming from CES. So we'll start with the home entertainment. The new LG 2021 OLED TV lineup is here, and I want to show you the G1 TV. I love this TV. It's got incredible picture and sound quality for the most immersive viewing and entertainment experience. The G1 features some great technology. It's got the upgraded OLED EVO display, delivering a brighter picture. It also features a new processor, which creates outstanding picture quality, and it automatically gives you the best sound for the content on the screen, which is super smart. A lot of people are working from home now. Kids are on their laptops or need new ones. So this year, I love the Lenovo ThinkPad X12 Detachable. It's the most impressive laptop announcement I've seen thus far. And the Lenovo ThinkPad X12 combines the features of a high-performance laptop with the flexibility of a 12.3-inch detachable tablet. Gives you the best of both worlds. I love that the screen is protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass, so it's very durable. And it also has a backlit display, so at nighttime, the keyboard lights up. And I love that you can even draw on it with the digital pens and precision pen that they have. So when I was like searching online for like what's happening that's really hot for CES in smart home, I was blown away with this. Moen is leading the way at CES with smart water products and the new Moen app. Listen to this. This is the U by Moen Smart Faucet. It's a CES 2021 Innovation Award Best of Innovation honoree, and it's the only kitchen faucet on the commercial market with voice and hands-free activation. Yep, you could just swipe your hand or use your voice. Simply ask Amazon or Google Assistants to remotely start and stop the water flow. You can even do presets like baby bottle or coffee maker, and it knows the exact amount and the temperature. Or you could say something like a half a cup of 90-degree water, and it will do exactly that. So the U by Moen Smart Faucet's got many fixture styles and finishes. It'll look good in any kitchen, and it's easy for you to install too, which is one of the things I love about it.
Thanks so much, Mario. Well, organizers say the 4WP Desert Showdown Run Saturday here in Pahrump was a big success. Dozens of teams participated in the off-road racing event, and those we spoke to say it was a lot of fun.
It was good. It was a fun race, 213 miles. I think we went all the way up to Beatty, somewhere around there. Then it was awesome being able to have the police escort out of town, you know, coming to a town that actually supports off-road racing and lives and loves it. It's awesome. You know, it makes the ambiance all that much better. It was pretty seamless, very smooth, no issues. You know, the course was marked great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
We blew a belt, and then not very long later, blew a tire. We thought that was going to be signs of bad things to come, but after that, it was all smooth sailing.
And now for the list of winners of this past weekend's race. Steve Strobel of Clark's Corner, New Brunswick, took first place in the UNL truck class with a time of just under 3 hours and 16 minutes. That was the fastest overall time in all classes. Brent Fox of Highland, Utah, had the fastest time in Class 10. Brandon Bailey of Riverside, California, finished in first place in Class 1. In the Trophy Light 6000 class, Ty Fall of Wickenburg, Arizona, had the fastest time. Travis Williams of Avondale, Arizona, placed first in the 6100 class. Pahrumph's own Eric Ludian took top honors in the 1450-8400 class. Christy Seislov of Oak Hill, California, ran the fastest time in the 1/2 1600 class. In the UNA 1900 class, Caden Wells of Apple Valley, Utah, made it with the fastest time. Vito Renuio of Stockton, California, ran the fastest time in the U Turbo class. In the UNL 2900 class, Nolan Williams of Lompoc, California, took first place. Craig McIntosh of Culver City, California, placed first in the U Sportsman S900 class. And in the U Stock U900 class, Chris Blaze of Apple Valley, California, crossed the finish line first.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler on location for KPVM Channel 25. We're here at Petrick Park. You can see this guy's excited about the fireworks show that's happening here every July 4th. Well, I guess we missed it last year. This year, boy, we were looking for some extra help to make it just a real ding of the O'Brien family, the pyrotechnics that bring us the fireworks show. They generally throw in a couple extra bucks on their own to make sure that the finale is just sensational. And they're actually looking for a little help this year. It's you can find them on Facebook, Pahrump 4th of July. That's Pahrump 4th of July on Facebook. Go there, make a donation, stack up those little donations. They're looking for something extra special, and we can all help them with that. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in the park. It's a beautiful day in Pahrump, and we'll tell you about the weather and everything we can expect in the next week when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and we're sharing a piece of birthday cake this evening with radio stars Howard Stern and Rush Limbaugh, both born on this date. Also Kirstie Alley, so she can eat the most cake. That'll be fun. Fernley, let's look at you tonight. 52 degrees for high, 26 for a low as we head down to Fallon. 53 degrees, a little bit warmer, 31 for a low. Carson City, 53 is the high, 38 for a low. And Tonopah, you're the cold weather in the state tonight. It's 45 degrees is all you got for a high mark and 23 for a low. Brr, a little chilly. Throw on an extra sweater. 49 degrees in Goldfield, 24 for a low tonight. In Beatty, as much as 57 degrees, heating up, 32 for a low. Amargosa, you saw 59 degrees earlier. It's a little bit cooler now, and you'll head on into 34 degrees as we get to morning. Las Vegas, 58 degrees, unseasonably cool, wouldn't you say? 35 for a low out in Death Valley, of course, reliably warm at 66 degrees. 43 for their low, and here in the Paradise Pahrump, it's looking like 55 degrees as we sit here and breathe it all in. High today was 58 degrees. Southwesterly winds to 5 miles per hour. There was a little bit of humidity this morning, not too much, but gave us some clouds. And as the sun rose this morning at 6:54 a.m., it was glorious and also wonderful as it set this evening just before broadcast at 4:50. Low tonight, we'll be looking at about 35 degrees. A little bit chilly. Put on some slippers maybe if you're heading outside of your house. Winds to east, 3 miles per hour, 26% humidity. Nothing too scary to write about. Hey, look at this little cloud. Tickle, tickle. Look at all these clouds. Whoa! Clouds all the way till Monday. Looks like Monday, Tuesday, we're going to have some clearing up. A little bit of wind buffeting us on Saturday, along with some clouds. Originally, we were predicting clear skies, but it just the cloud trend was just a little too strong. So, got a lot of clouds. We got temperatures ranging from 64 degrees in the early part of this next 7 days, all the way up to 71 degrees on Saturday. That'll be pleasant. A little less pleasant with the wind coming on, but good weather for kite flying. Maybe invest in a kite. Good time to do it. Back to the desk. It's Unette and Deanna.
Thanks, John.
Thanks so much, John.
Yes.
And we do want to tell everybody that there is a link on our Facebook page if you would like to help out with the Independence Day Festival and help with that fireworks, because that's something that the community can get really involved in. We're going to, of course, have your regular fantastic show, but if you would like to pitch in a little bit extra, you can find that on our Facebook page, Local Prompt. And also, we want to recognize that Sheldon Adelson, who is the CEO of the Sands Corporation, passed away yesterday. He has been fighting non-Hodgkin's lymphoma since 2019, and he died last night at the age of 87 years old. That's going to do it for this edition of News 25. I'm Deanne O'Donnell.
And I'm Unat Gentry. And from all of us here at Ace Country and KCEP, please join us again next newscast. Ace Country Radio and KPVM.
Good night.
Good night.